What? Why did it do that? Welcome, everyone.
Welcome to the FFL Weekly, your one stop for all things
got Mark
fantasy
18 in the
football.
chat.
Only here will you find expert analysis, magnificent takes, and in-depth reviews that will leave you wanting more. Join us on the season-long quest to find out who will be crowned the next FFL champion. Now, here are your hosts, Mark AT9 and Power Surge 55.
Welcome in, everyone. What's up, Mark AT? Welcome to the chat. What the fuck? Because I was talking in the intro there. I apologize. Run solo tonight, but that's okay. Appreciate Mark AT joining. Welcome in, everyone. Another week down. We're getting down. We're getting into the meat of the season here. 5 games left. This is where we separate, pretenders from contenders. Let's get into the week 9 recap real quick. Week 9. Big. Oh, I ignored your call, Mark AT. When did you call me? On Discord or something, dude? I'm sorry. I'm a millennial. I don't know Discord. You're legit here. Let me bring Mark AT in. Stand by. Stand by, ladies and gentlemen. He says he's idle. How is he here if he's idle? That doesn't make sense to me. We're gonna give him a call. This is live, baby. This is in depth right here. Oh, B Shields says I'm calling in for him. B Shields guest. B Shields join Discord. Join Power Search 55. We'll get you in. Mad Dog Muskie, happy morning. You know, I'm a little upset, Mad Dog, but you know, I'm gonna take it on the chin here and be a man about it and keep going with Kamal losing. You know, Mark AT, do you copy?
Hello.
Okay, well, Mark AT is finally answering, I guess.
I'm not running my camera today. I'm sorry.
Not running his camera.
Here.
Well, you're gonna have to look for the show on the side then. We got Mark AT in Discord. Mark AT, we're recapping week 9. As you can see, we're gonna jump into the most disappointing game of the week here. That was Coach Waltz for sure not worthy. Coach Waltz was a little preoccupied. He had a big election coming up. Looks like he shit the bed, just like the election, as you can tell. His quarterback, ridiculous. Worthy of dropping this guy, I think. You know, 20-point performance, and Coach Walsh takes the win. Even a 16-point performance and a few points from Bucky. I mean, just pathetic out of Coach Walsh for these two top players here. Outside of that, his team did really well. Wide receivers, amazing participation, even with Drake London going out in the first quarter. Xavier Worthy for Scott, pathetic game. But Zay Flowers really picked up for him. And then he got a really bogus late TD from Brock Bowers from my boy Des Ritter, which honestly separated him. Just very upsetting loss for Coach Waltz. He really had this one in the bag. Mark AT put the hex on him, texted him. What was that?
Yeah.
An hour into the 1 o'clock games, Mark AT goes, "You got the win, Trig." Pathetic, Mark AT. Hate seeing it from a seasoned veteran like yourself, jinxing.
They got overnight ballots in at 3 a.m.
We got Rob in the chat calling in next week. Downfall and collusion against me. Yeah, I agree, Rob. A lot of collusion against you from Coach Vance. You know, those Republicans. You got to watch out for them. Your whole team has gone to shit. I don't know what you were doing with that trade. We'll jump down to said player. He changed his name, Deez Peanuts. Respect there. Glad to see Deez Peanuts here getting some love in the afterlife. Dak Prescott. Big surprise there. Crap game. He gets hurt. He's out. I don't even know if he'll be back this week.
Did you see there was a squirrel that went by when Kamala was conceding?
that was Rob's. That was Rob's season going into the shitter. You know, Dak out. Chubb, he's a great game from Chubb. I mean, Kareem Hunt has a garbage time. Well, not garbage time, but OT touchdown to save him there. Good performances out of his running backs that kept him this game a lot closer than what it really was because Cooper out, didn't play him. Pittman,
wow.
You know, no surprise there. Got rid of him early. He's been shit all year. He had to play him though. Good game from Jacoby Myers, but that wasn't enough to help out Rob. Kincaid, another letdown. Great defensive effort from his Chargers. So Rob's in some trouble. I mean, he did play Jess, who's got probably the best team in the league right now, and that was a tough matchup. But he had the opportunity to win this one.
Yeah, I mean, there's not really too much you can do. Like when you get in those tricky situations where you can't really drop anybody to replace a starter. So I understand.
Yeah, it sounds like Mark AT's ready for bed. So we'll jump into his matchup here from week 9. Another slight edge win. Team horrible trade. You got to feel bad for him. That was a great effort he put up. CJ Stroud continues to disappoint in his sophomore season while rookie Jaden Daniels has been a bright spot for Adam's team. So right there you can see the difference in the game. Great performances from both top running backs. Jonathan Taylor was a little down this week. Chase Brown. That was a surprise performance from him, not going to lie. Be very surprised if he kept that production up for Adam.
Yeah, we'll see, I guess, with, the acquisition of Herbert, how that goes.
Yeah, and then Brown and Harrison, both bad games. Harrison, obviously, Nate's in trouble there because he's got Kyler Murray as his quarterback, so poor Harrison. Hate to see it. And then just all around. I mean, defenses showed up for both players this week, both teams, and then outside of that, not much going on. But Adam escapes with another win, and good for him. He's at the 6-3. The Bucks 3-6. Captain B.
Still
Shields,
hope.
I saw that trade offer for Chase. I don't know if he's gonna. If you want to accept it right now and make it breaking news, be part of the show, Captain B. Shields. Now you're always wanting to be part of the show.
Don't fall for the tricks, please.
We'll jump into another tough matchup for Raging Clue this week. Ross versus Kevin here, and Jordan Love. I think he was a little hobbled this week from injury. Not the best performance. It was tough weather up there in Green Bay. Saquon continues to probably be the pick of the year. You know, no one really wanted that guy with all of his injury history, and he continues to dominate. And Tank, you know, I had him that one good game, and I dropped him that week. He had 24, and he did have a good week for Kevin there with 23, but other than that, he had some duds. Hate seeing that for Kevin. And then Garrett Wilson, wow, just another big game from him. So, both poor defensive performance from both, but didn't matter. Ross, .02 short of 100. Reggie Clue, he's in the world of hurt right now. You know, we grieve for him. Hopefully, his team can rebound, pick up a couple wins here at the end of the season. You know, give him some momentum going into next year.
Oh, you're gonna call that already?
We're not gonna call it yet. We got a little trick up we got a little added content this week. That's why I was a couple minutes late starting the stream. We'll get into that here in a little bit.
Okay.
Jumping up, Team Dash. This kid keeps on winning. He lost to Ryan last week in a close one, but pulls out another one against Bro Gives Me a Chub against Mike. Another close game. I mean, look at these two quarterback performances. That's amazing right there. I love to see that type of effort from these players. Kamara had another great game. We'll also get into that. There's some from the weekly challenge this week. Another great performance from him. It's good to see him rebound for Mike. A couple of flip flops here on the running backs versus wide receiver performances. Difference here really was, look at that. I hate to see it. You know, I've tried to get rid of the kicker, Mike. I try to get rid of defense. No one wants to listen to me. Kicker defense, that's 20-0. You know, combined points there for Alex, and you only lost by 7. So, 20-point swing did Mike in this week with the kicker and defense. So, both 4-5, both still very much alive in the league here in the season. And then I believe the last game of the week was Captain Gator versus Coach Vance, and Vance was looking good. He has off to a strong start. You know, he was projected to win. Going into Sunday night, you know, another great performance from Derrick Henry. Him along with Barkley, probably the best two running backs in the league. Josh Allen looked rough to start the game. Second half came alive. Not sure what Rob was doing trading him there. Some offsetting performances from running backs. Chain still seems to do well. Reed and Mooney picked it up for Brandon here. Looks like that was the difference between wide receivers. But I don't know if you're following that game, Brandon, on Monday night. Darnold started the game. I think the first half he had no touchdowns. He had a pick and a fumble or something. And then he completely turned it around in the second half. Was able to get you enough points to cover, obviously by 10. But for a second there, it looked like he might fumble like Kyle Murray did for me this week.
That was an interesting thing. I wanted to ask you about that. When we how did Murray, what happened? Did you see what happened that game?
He handed it off on the 2-yard line to Trey McBride. He handed it off to James Conner on the 2-yard line. He fumbled the ball. He's pure shit. I'm about to drop him, so. You know,
I got Jared Goff available.
Jared Goff, he might be a better option, to be honest. We'll jump into the challenges for week 9. And we can see here there was Rushmore, team starting running back with the most rushing yards. And it was a close one this week. Ross took it with Saquon Barkley at 159 yards. rushing. Mentioned Kamara for Mike. He had 153 or 154, I believe. So it was very close.
Wow.
Hate to see it for Mike.
tight.
I know he's been battling this year. He did get a couple other challenges. This is Ross's second challenge win. Also coincidentally with Barkley in week 1. So congrats to Ross there. And then Adam. I hate to see it. Love to see it. Another top scorer week. This was the lowest high scorer week of the season. Everyone struggled this week. 103.46 was the best score this week. As you can see,
Yeah, it's really low.
Other score, everything else has been at least 120 going into this week, closer to 130. So hopefully teams can rebound going into this week. And drum roll, please. We mentioned this team is on. He's on a downtrend, big time.
Which team?
And he ended up, unfortunately, losing the Survivor this week as well. Doc Robber has fallen off the Survivor pool. He lasted till week 9. Hate to see it for Doc. He's had a great season up until now. Some suspect trades here the last couple of weeks cost him. He ended up scoring 86.32, which was close to Ryan, who only scored 87.6, I believe. So Ryan escapes again, and I think my money right now is on him. He's escaped a couple times, very lucky. But Alex again, he also started 0-4. He's still alive somehow. I mean, these 3 great teams, 3 grinders, 3 guys that know how to stay alive. So I guess I'm not going to count anyone out. Adam, who do you like out of these 3?
I think to win or to lose the next week.
To win, to survive.
Oh, okay. I would take Ross.
I'm gonna take Ross. Okay.
What about you?
I am. I'm going with Ryan. It's got to.
Okay.
We'll see. It'll be exciting though. It's pressure packed here. It'll be fun to watch this the next couple of weeks. If
yeah, definitely.
As you guys watch the matchups, not just yours. Check out these 3 guys and see who might get eliminated.
I did deliver the correct vote prediction for Rob that he would be eliminated this week.
Yeah, you're correct. Like Rob said in the comment, that's a good point. Like Adam was finally right. Like a broken clock, you called it every week. Rob was going out, so you finally got it. Congrats to you there, Adam.
Thank you.
Yes, sir. And then we'll jump into what I was working on. It's a rough draft. I'm gonna hope to improve this going into next week. And the white from the screen, my other screen here, is gonna brighten my face up, but. This is a little playoff preview. We're gonna do it now. The college football playoff came out this week, predictions. We're gonna do, for the rest on that, we're gonna do a preview of the playoffs for the FFL. So right now, Faisal Asian is the 1 seed with the 7-2 record, and Captain Gator sits in second with 7-2 as well. Point difference obviously separates them. Both these teams, Adam, are in the South Division, so a very strong showing from the South Division right now. And then if we go to the North Division, you can see in the 3rd seed we have Mark AT at 6-3, and the 4th seed Doc Robber at 6-3, as well as the 6th seed Toss Reekman at 5-4. That means there's only one team out of the West, the West Side Best Side division right now, and that's Scooter Maine at 5-4. He's the top team in the West. Pretty poor performance out of the West right now. As Captain B. Shields has said, Sexy South is putting out. West Side needs to step it up. We'll jump over to the right. You can see in the hunt we still got Mike and Alex, Madden and Dash. They're both 4-5, so obviously only 1 game out, barring point differential.
There's still a lot of movement potential for this. I'm very curious. We should screenshot this. I'm very curious to see how it turns out.
Yeah, we can save it each week in review. We'll jump people up and down. So in the bracket we got the Bucks and Rai. They need to start sweating. They both lost last week, sitting at 3-6. They need to turn it around real quick here if they have any chance. And then the C next year, Clan, Kevin and Andrew. We'll try and regroup. See what we can do, man. Get some momentum, finish a couple games here, end of the season, and see you guys next year. So with that, we're gonna jump back into. We'll scroll up to Week 10 challenge real quick. And Week 10 is Lucky AF. So the lowest scoring winning team will get 5 points or $5 this week. So look out for that. If you're Lucky AF, you'll get $5 and a win. Maybe a much needed win for depending on where
Trigger
you're at.
needs this desperately.
I'll jump over back to the sleeper. We'll jump over to Week 10. Quick check on the chat. When is trade deadline, commish? Captain B Shield, I believe trade deadline is week 12. Let me scroll down here and see if it tells me right off the bat. Trade deadline is week 11. Oh my god. So 2 more weeks. And I'll double check that if that's like end of week 11. You know, like I guess I'm assuming it's by the time games start week 11. If we want to move that to week 12, you know, someone could put a vote in the chat if they'd like. Up to them. We also got a couple free agent moves. Speaking of the chat, Rai picks up Mike Gesicki, who had, you know, the game of his life last week. But, you know, you never know. His boy Higgins is out again. So, interesting pickup for Rai. Raging Clue. Oh, boy, Raging Clue. I feel you, buddy. Let me scroll down. Can you guys see this? You can't see it because my screen's cut. But Raging Clue picked up Daniel Jones.
Oh no!
At quarterback, I'll hit this so you can see it. He's picking up Daniel Jones and dropping Geno Smith. That's where he's at right now with his team.
Wow!
With Love being out this week, so best of luck, Raging Clue. Daniel Jones did have a good game last week, but we'll see what happens there.
I'm not sure about
did
that.
Trig just commit to next year? Says Rai. You caught me in a comment there, just like the politics. I did say that, didn't I? We'll see. You know, we'll see. Maybe I can get an alternate to cover me, and I can just focus on the show. I'd love to stay part of the league, but I'm not sure if I still want to have a team next year.
Oh no!
Yeah, we'll see what happens. I know there's a waiting list now. You know, FFL is hot right now. We got 3 or 4 people wanting to join, so it's an opportunity. You know, open up the door to some other players. DEI. You know, we're all about DEI here.
Yeah, stay in line. Don't get out of line.
We're looking for some opportunity. You know, get some other voices, other opinions, you know, other mindsets into the league. So look, you know, we'll look out for that. We'll touch that in the off-season meetings. All right, week 10. We will jump into Jess versus Adam. Oh, this is a good matchup here. Wow, 7-2 versus 6-3. Look at those projections. 99 versus 97. That's a close one, Adam. You know, we got Lamar Jackson, the veteran, versus the new gunslinger Jamar Daniels. Lamar is playing the Bengals tomorrow. I think he went big numbers against them in, what was that, week 2? They played week 4. Oh, it was week 5. Goodness. Yeah, 33 points week 5.
It wasn't too long ago.
Yikes. You hate to see that if you're Adam. Not going to lie. Lamar gets him at home tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
Daniels gets Pittsburgh, who's a tough defense, so we'll see what happens there. You know, I gotta, even though Chase Brown had a great week last week, Mixon's good, but I gotta go pick the running backs here for Jess.
Yeah, I would honestly take Jess too, but just because it's my team, I obviously would take my team. But if I don't have AJ Brown,
if AJ Brown, you know, shows up, he had a bad week last week. That could help. And then,
well, he was hurt, so that's what I'm.
Oh,
yeah.
And then,
So I don't even know if he's
Ridley's
gonna
been
play.
lucky the last couple weeks. I think he's gonna fall off. We'll see though. And then you got Kittle against Otten. Otten's been good since Baker has no one to throw to right now since everyone's hurt. So this is a tough matchup. I'm gonna go with Jess on this one.
Fair enough.
Fair enough. Yep. And now this is the matchup, you know, of the year. We got the conspirators. How do you say that? Co-conspirators of the trades this season. Coach Vance versus These Peanuts. I feel like These Peanuts should be forced to put in Dak Prescott here versus Josh Allen, but he's going with Tua. He picked Tua up. Monday start time. He does have Kareem Hunt versus David Montgomery. That was part of the trade as well. We'll see what happens there. Hunt, wow, projected 13.75. That's surprising. But Henry way over Hubbard, especially now that Jonathan Brooks is in. So favoring Henry there. Amari Cooper, hopefully he'll play. Rob has to play Pittman. Hate to see that. There's Debo. That was the last part of the trade. So good to see that. It's been an interesting matchup to see how that trade worked out for Rob. I would, part of me wants someone to see put Dak in, but is Dak on bye? No, he's not on bye. Okay. So we'll see what happens here. I'm going to give the edge to Ryan for sure, though. Start, 10-point favorite here. Pacheco comes back next week. Right. We'll check right here. I'll prove it to you. Excuse me, 2 more weeks. As you can see, projections fall off a cliff here. So Rob's going to need to get. He's going to win. He need to win this week and next week. Get him up to 8 wins, and then he can back his way into the playoffs. So Dak is out till week 13. So he dropped him. Jesus. Okay. I hate to see that in the waivers. I'm sorry I didn't call that. Thank you for the call out there. So Rob's in trouble. If he can back his way into a couple wins, though, he set himself up good, 6-3. So as mentioned in the league preview show, no team over 500 has ever missed the playoffs. So Rob needs 2 of the next 5. I think he can do it. What do you think, Adam?
Yeah, I definitely see a path to victory here.
Yeah, we'll give this one to Vance, though. That'll jump Ryan up to 4-6 and certainly keep him in the hunt. Drop next 2, says Bishop. I saw that. Maybe I'll put in a waiver claim for him. I don't know. Jumping into Burrow, Chubb, and on the hips. Burrow, I'll tell you what, Adam, looking like an MVP right now. Love to see it. I don't know why his projections are so low every week. He just doesn't throw for that many yards right now. I mean, he did get 30 last week, but he threw
his projections are just never really guaranteed. I feel like he has a lot of games where they're not a lot of points.
17, 25, 17, 34, 19. I mean, yeah, these last 2 weeks weren't that great, but then, getting 30 kind of makes up for it. But we'll see what he does here against Ross. You got to give him the favorite there, quarterback-wise, but Kirk Cousins has been playing well. And then Barkley versus Kamara, as we mentioned earlier, with the rushing totals this week. That'll be a good matchup to see. Looks like Mike's going to have to put a running back in. Wide receiver. Oh gosh. Mike, Olave out, Dobbs out. Dobbs on bye. Olave's hurt. He's got concussed. Nico is back for Ross. That's huge for Ross. I got to give the edge to Ross on this one. Just looking at that. Let's see who Mike has on the bench here, wide receiver wise. Tolbert. He's got another Packer. Quentin Johnson had a good game last week. Mike, my door's always open. Send a trade offer my way, sir. I think I sent you one. Just let me know. I'm gonna give the edge to Ross right now, Adam, based on what I'm seeing from Mike's bye weeks and hurt players. So
I agree.
You're not Worthy versus Little Asian Aubrey. Worthy -1 point for Scott last week, as mentioned earlier, but still was able to pull out the win because he played, the worst team in the league. So he's now going up against the best team in the league, second best team in the league. And Brees Hall's been disappointment for him the last couple weeks. Goodness, he's going. I hope this is a joke, Adam. If he's really starting Dalvin Cook this week, that's got to be a joke, right? Andre Iosivas. How did I lose this team? Zay Flowers had 23 points last week. That's why. He's going against the Bengals tomorrow. If he has a dud, then this score is going to go flip. It's going to be election time. Landslide for B. Shields here on this one. Unless Zay Flowers can get another performance like last week. Taysom Hill had tight end because Bowers on bye. Oh, my goodness. Jackson Smith and Nick Najigba, who had 30 points last week, he's on bye. Zamir White's, oh, my goodness. Jacobs is on bye. Brandon walked into this one this week. Wow. Calling this one blow of the week here. If Cook and Iosivas somehow light it up for Scott, then Brandon just got extremely unlucky.
Mm-hmm.
Jumping up 2 more games. Dash versus the Bucks. Dash is on the comeback here. 4-5. I mean, he started 0-4. I can't believe it. He's gonna do it again. He's gonna get back to 500 at the end of this week, I think. But the Bucks is favored right now. We take a look. Dobbins has been real good. Hurts has been great though for Alex the last few weeks. Stroud's been a little disappointing. Bijan versus Taylor is a pretty even matchup. If Harrison can show up this week, that'll certainly help the Bucks. Addison and Allen have been disappointing. He's got Nakua back and Lockett's on bye. So, and he doesn't have a defense then. So if he puts two of those players in, his projection will shoot up above the Bucks. Let's see who he's got at him. He picked up Demarcus Robinson. I saw that he's had 2 great weeks recently. I had him on my team at one point. Bateman on the bench as well. Wandale. And he's got Hawkinson back. Look out there, folks. That might be a sleeper pick here, but he's also got Pitts. I'm going to give this one to Alex. Adam, I know he's not projected right now, but I think he's got all the momentum right now in this league.
Definitely try to get back to 500, like you said. Be right back in it. Actually, more than back in it, to be honest. But
and I wanted to end with this one, Adam. This is we're calling this one Game of the Week. It's the bottom barrel of the league here. Coach Wall's first Raging Clue. Both teams 2-7.
This will pretty much, I guess, seal it for whoever loses. I guess
this will seal it. Maybe, perhaps. We'll see. We got Daniel Jones. Look at that. Picked him off the waiver, and he's already projected as much as Kyle Murray. That's how bad Kyle Murray is. I hate to see it for Andrew. Gibbs and Irving. Wait a minute. Oh, I can't put him on because I got to get my guy off the waiver. Hold on a second. Oh! It won't let me do that because I have because of the IR slot. I got to fix that. Shit. Well, if I can put McCaffrey in, that'll increase my projections big time.
Oh, yeah.
I'll have to fix that. Brain Allen and Tank Bigsby for Kevin. Those are tough running backs to go with. But they can also blow up. They've also had games where they blow up. Tight end Mark Andrews and Joku's on a bye here. I'll let the chat decide this one. I can't call it.
I have to go with Trig if he can get McCaffrey.
Okay, look at this projection. 78.51, 78.96. Yikes. We hate to see it. We hate to see it here in the FFL. All right. We got Adams on the Discord screen here. He's not sharing anything. I think that's it for this week, ladies and gentlemen. Week 10, big playoff implications as we showed. A lot of matchups. If they fall one way, this could get real interesting in the league. So everyone put their best foot forward. We'll have special guest Rob M on next week to talk this trade collusion here, and we'll see what we can do. Captain B Shields maybe if he's around a Starlink, maybe he can jump in as well. We'll try and do a better setup next week. It was a little dicey this week with everything going on. So Thank you all for joining. Appreciate all the follows in the chat, all the comments. Love everyone chatting it up. Anything else, Mark AT?
Good luck as always, and thanks for tuning in.
All right, we'll see you all next
week. That's all
week.
from me.